Welcome back, everybody. I hope you like your little intro. We love nature, so I thought maybe start a little bit with the nature around here in Mississippi. And we're actually going to miss Mississippi a lot because of the beautiful nature. But, we're going back home to Florida, so that has its own beauty. So, anyways, this video is all about rural internet. Now, if you are planning to move into the country, please, please, please check and double check and triple check your internet in the area to see if it's stable internet. In fact, if you work from home and get these internet calls that my husband gets through his job, that needs a very high bandwidth. And if you don't have stable internet, it's just not going to work out. So for your safety, for your sanity, you must check your internet. Now, we were completely oblivious. We had absolutely no idea. We just signed up with the nearest internet that was in the area wherever we had moved before, and we never had a problem. But moving out to the country somewhere that may not offer the same as in the city, you must check and be advised. Now, at first, everyone was like, oh yeah, it's just satellite, HughesNet, no problem. So we got into a contract with them. HughesNet is the biggest mistake, because you do get into a contract with them, and if it doesn't work, getting out of the contract is near impossible. So my husband got on the phone with them trying to get out of it because it just did not work. Now you have to understand the internet that we need has to be really good. And plus, we have someone in our family that wears a medical device that needs internet in order to get readings onto our phone for the safety of this person. So we really needed internet badly at the house. So that is one thing that you really, really must check when you move into a home in the country. Now, there are some options other than satellite. Number one being Starlink. Now, Starlink, if it is in your area, yes, it's satellite, but they have a satellite in the atmosphere closest to us. HughesNet, Viasat, and all these people are a little bit up higher in the atmosphere, so you don't get the best service. But with Starlink, which is Elon Musk's company, they do have very good internet. I mean, I've seen awesome download and upload from them. So I would be okay with that. But it's not available everywhere. So the first thing you must do is sign up with them. So with Starlink, they are, we had signed up with them almost as soon as we knew about the internet problems. They were not available in our area. They told us that we were going to be it was going to be available at the end of 2021. That did not happen. Something about a silicone shortage, and they could not send us the satellite. Doesn't mean it wasn't available there, I guess. It's just they couldn't send us the equipment to get the internet. So we ended up never getting it. So that was number one problem and one big reason why we had to move away, is just the internet was not stable at all. So before this, we did find a Nomad internet. Now with Nomad internet, they were great when we first started. Our house was surrounded by trees. That is one reason why a Nomad was kind of in and out, but it did work. So that helped out tremendously. But see, this is a cellular based kind of internet. So instead of using satellite or fiber, you're going to be using cell towers. So if you have a cell tower near the home, that would be great. So find out what company has the nearest cell tower. There's many apps that you can download and find out and kind of point you to the right place. So find that out first. For us, it was AT&T. The only problem was AT&T was pretty far. Second of all, we had trees all around us, and it just was not getting enough or close enough. It wasn't close enough to have a great signal. So we did have to invest into a cellular antenna, which that helped a lot. Problem was that for some reason, since Nomad buys all these SIM cards in bulk from AT&T, they must have found out or something happened that they cut them off. And everybody that had the AT&T plan with Nomad they were out of internet. There's no more internet from them. So we could not get that service anymore. They were back and forth, and they were not upfront about what was going on. We kind of had to find out some other way. And they're pretty active on Facebook. They stopped their messaging and everything, so you can't put like all kinds of messages on there requesting anything. But a little bit more on that later on. So we tried Nomad. That worked for a couple of months until we were completely cut off. And they don't even tell you when you're going to be cut off. They don't reply. They are not very good with the customer service thing. So that's number one. If it works for you, it works for you. It did not work for us, obviously, because we only had one tower, AT&T. That was the only option. So we kind of found out because of this experience, what is it that Nomad supplies? They supply a router that accepts SIM cards. It's a router that has a SIM card slot for AT&T. So we thought, well, maybe we can just buy a router that accepts AT&T SIM slot for a SIM card slot for AT&T, and we just go and buy a line, right? So that's what we did. We took an old phone to AT&T. We bought a unlimited data phone line from AT&T. They put it in there. We brought it home, took it out. We bought a router, and ours was called Tactical, but a lot of people use a MoFi. There's other ones out there. Just read the reviews. I don't think Tactical, we do have a link below for a coupon code for them if you want that. They supplied me with a coupon code, so I don't even think we get anything out of that. So that's just for you. And you can go to their website and you can put in the code if you want that. I do recommend a antenna along with that, so you can point it towards the closest antenna for that cell tower. So anyways, that's what we ended up using. That worked for a while until it stopped working for some reason, and later on we noticed it was because when spring would roll around, all the leaves would come back onto the trees and we wouldn't get a good signal. So for us in that particular property, having a cellular option for AT&T did not work. It worked sometimes. It worked when it wanted to. Later on, when winter would arrive, it would work great. And my husband will be able to work sometimes, but understand that working on the computer and watching Netflix is one thing. Receiving internet calls, it's another thing. It, for some reason, needs quite a lot of bandwidth in order for the calls to come in and not just disconnect, or maybe the person wouldn't hear you or they wouldn't hear him. So that was an issue because of his type of job. Now for anybody else and a different type of property, maybe it would work. So we did try that quite a lot, but it was a very stressful situation. So that was one reason why we wanted to move. So those are some options for rural internet. Make sure if it's internet is super important for your house, for your income, like it was for us. Make sure you always look into that. So actually, later on, we did try Nomad again at our new property. I'll be talking to you about that again. Oh, and before I forget to say, we did invest in a WeBoost, which is a cellular booster, but the people, we wanted it professionally put in there, and we already had the WeBoost. They wouldn't even come out because they said, you know what, we don't want you to waste your money or time. WeBoost does not even work in that area. So that was out the window. So believe me, we tried everything to stay here, but it just did not work out for us. So off we are to Florida, and we had more adventures. And subscribe, like, and share, because we have to prepare to move out of this house, and we have to stage the house and do all kinds of good stuff. So we will let you know when we put up another video if you subscribe. And please like and share this video. We really appreciate you being here today. Take care, guys. Bye.